CQ. This is the 600 GMRS net, located in Floyd Knobs, Indiana. This net meets every other Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. on the 462.60 Floyd Knobs repeater. Thank you, Eric. WRDI466. I wanted to remind everyone that this is a directed net. Please transmit only as directed by net control. Your net control for this evening is WRYR466, Whiskey Romeo Yankee Romeo 466, and my name is Max. I am currently located in Jeffersonville, Indiana. All licensed GMRS operators are welcome to check in. Please use common practice when checking in and call out in the following format. Net control, please recognize. Unkey. Then present your GMRS call sign. This is done to allow all members to gain equal chance to be logged in during check-in. If anyone should have an emergency during the net, please give us a double break, and we will give you our immediate attention. Do I have any announcements today?
Net control, please recognize.
Go ahead, sir, for net control.
Just wanted to say thank you for all the folks that showed up out at the POTA event for the arts group. I think it was Matt, Josh, myself, I think Apollo, and a couple other folks that I can't seem to put my finger on their names. But for everybody that did show up, I want to say thank you, and we enjoyed your company, and it was great to see everybody out there in support of the POTA activations and organization of that group. So, yeah, just wanted to say that, and I'll head it back to net control. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, 949. John? Yeah, unfortunately, I have a lab mix and live really close to all of the fireworks and airplanes, so we were not able to leave the house during all of that, but definitely want to try to make it to the next one. So I actually have an announcement myself. So 2 weeks from today, we are going to be changing the time going forward for the Tuesday night net. So that little script that I read at the beginning, I realized is not entirely going to be accurate anymore. So instead of on Tuesdays, every other Tuesday at 7:30 p.m., we will be meeting at 8 p.m. because that works better with my work schedule, and I think it'll be a little bit easier for everybody to remember having all of the nets be at 8 p.m. So that's the only announcement that I had. We will be doing trivia night after we finish the net this evening. I will warn you, the questions are not quite as tough as they usually are because my friend that usually writes the questions didn't have the bandwidth to do them for this one. So you guys are probably going to laugh at how easy they are. They're ones I came up with. All right. So let's go ahead and call for mobile stations. And in the theme of the way we do things for these mobile station calls, anybody on horseback, car, bus, train, tricycle, mini bike, moped, Conestoga wagon, stagecoach, chariot, etc., or walking, please call now.
Net control, please recognize.
Go ahead, sir, for net control.
WRWV431 James out of Pewee Valley, Kentucky. Checking in on the side.
All right, got you in there, James. All right, who's next? Any and all mobile stations? Any other mobile stations this evening?
Net Control, please recognize.
Go ahead for net control.
This is WRYG466, Corey coming in from PRP.
Alright, sounding good out there from PRP. Got you in the logbook, Corey. Thank you for checking in. Alright, who's next? Mobile stations. There's got to be somebody out there that's riding around on either a tortoise or an elephant or a camel, a donkey, something like that. Come on. All right. If nobody's out and about, we will move on to short time stations.
Net control.
Go ahead, sir, for net control.
Net control, please recognize WRDI 358, Whiskey Romeo Delta India 358. Name is Eric, Echo Romeo India Kilo, located in downtown Louisville, still at work. Back to net.
Thank you, Eric, for checking in. I recognize that sentiment. I was working before the net and will be working after the net, so I understand. I appreciate all you do, and thanks for running the repeater. This is WRYR466 for station ID, and we are looking for any short-time stations.
Net Control recognize.
Go ahead for net control, sir. I do recognize.
Net Control, this is Whiskey Romeo Yankee Charlie 338, WRYC 338, Josh and PRP. I'll be short time. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. Sounding good out there. Good to hear from you.
Net Control, please recognize.
I do recognize. Go ahead, sir, for net control.
This is Whiskey Romeo Victor Juliet 360, WRVJ 360, Apollo in Clarksville, Indiana. I'll be in and out. Back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Apollo. Got you in the logbook, sir.
Net control, guys, please recognize.
Yes, sir. Yes, you sound like somebody from MTV Network, so go ahead for net control.
Beavis here. WRKH 949. We'd like to check in short time. From a Clydesdale. And back to you. Go ahead. Shut up, butthead!
949. I'm actually kind of surprised that you weren't mobile on a slightly shorter bus. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
You know how it goes. Sometimes we're at a short bus, sometimes we pay attention, and sometimes we don't. But anyway, back to net control.
All right. Any other short-time stations?
Net control, please recognize.
Go ahead, sir, for net control.
WRWC 764 Chuck in Leavenworth, Indiana. We'll be in and out this evening.
All right. Thank you, sir. Got you in the logbook. any other short time stations before we move on to regular roll call? Alright, let's go ahead and move on to regular roll call. Calling all licensed GMRS stations. 0 through 3, please call now.
Net control, please recognize.
Go ahead, sir, for net control.
This is WRYR466, Jordan, out of Pine Grove, Kentucky.
Jordan, got you in there. Thank you much. Alright, anybody else? 0 through 3.
Yes, this is WSCG 749 out of Crestwood, Kentucky.
Alright, I've got you in there, 749. Thank you for calling. Sounding good out there. Anybody else? 0 through 3. Alright, let's go ahead and open it up to 0 through 6. Regular roll call, 0 through 6. Please call now.
Net control, please recognize.
Go ahead for net control.
Whiskey, Romeo, Whiskey, Lima, 478, Matt, Lebanon, Kentucky. I'll be in and out tonight.
Alright, thank you, 478. Got you in there. Anybody else? 0 through 6. Alright, let's go ahead and open it wide up. Wide open, I guess I should say. Fishing for words today. 0 through 9. Please call now.
Control, please recognize.
Go ahead for net control.
WRPL, Whiskey Romeo, Papa Foxtrot, 829, marking Firm Creek.
Alright, 829. Got you in there, sir. Good to hear from you. Thanks for calling in.
Net control, please recognize.
I do recognize, sir. Go ahead, sir, for net control.
Whiskey Sierra Alpha Yankee 600, Russ over here in Clarksville. Checking in, be in and out.
Alright, Russ. Thanks for checking in. Good to hear from you, sir. Anybody else? Don't be bashful. Please call now.
Net control, please recognize.
Go ahead, sir.
WSAM 867, Whiskey Sierra Alpha Mike 867, Bruce in Charlestown.
Alright, Bruce. Got you in there, 867. Sounding good from Charlestown. Anybody else?
Net control, please recognize.
Go ahead, sir, for net control. Go ahead, sir, for net control.
WSBN 248, checking in mobile from Charlestown. Just got done with canine training. This is Larry.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I have a few dogs myself I need to get trained at some point. But, yeah, thank you for checking in. Sounding good out there, Larry. Anybody else? 0 through 9. All right. I don't think anybody had any comments, but did anybody have any comments that they needed to make or missed announcements at the beginning? All right, if there's no comments, do we have any late check-ins? And I'll be around for a little bit, but anybody late check-ins?
Control, please recognize real quick.
Go ahead, Net Control.
I want to make sure, go ahead and rebroadcast that time change for everybody, just so everybody gets it. Well, I'm sure we'll post it up on the sites and stuff, plus I got to modify the website. But, yeah, just go ahead and rebroadcast that for everybody and let them know.
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is WRYR466 for Station ID. So, starting 2 weeks from today, instead of having the Tuesday night net at 7:30 p.m., it is going to be at 8 p.m., and that will be effective going forward. So, mark your calendars accordingly. This is due to scheduling issues on my end. It's difficult for me to make the 7:30 time frame with work. So, starting on May the 7th, we will have our Tuesday night net going forward at 8 p.m. Thank you to WRDI 358 and to WRKH 949 for all your help on that.
Please recognize.
Go ahead, Net Control.
GMRS 260, Jeff out of Shepherdsville.
All right, Jeff, go ahead and give me that call sign one more time phonetically. I want to make sure I'm getting it right.
It's Whiskey Romeo Zulu Sierra 60.
Okay, yeah, the first part. Whiskey, Romeo, Zulu, Sierra, and what were the last three? Okay, I'll see if I can look that one up. All right, any other late check-ins before we go ahead and close the net and move on to trivia night?
Net Control, please recognize.
Go ahead, sir, for Net Control.
Sir, Whiskey Romeo X-Ray Golf 386. The name is carried as Kilo Echo Romeo Romeo Yankee out of Corden, Indiana. Roger.
Thanks, sir. Yeah, sounding great from Corden. Hear you loud and clear. Thanks for checking in.
Check. I'm surprised it works that well.
No, definitely sounds really good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and close the net. I'd like to thank everyone for checking in tonight. This concludes the 600 GMRS net for tonight. This is the last net that we will be having at 7:30 p.m. If you didn't catch the announcements early, we are going to start having these on every other Tuesday at 8 p.m. Still be on the 462.60 Floyd Knobs repeater. So this concludes the net for tonight. We will close the GMRS net and return the repeater to normal general mobile radio service use. 73s and good night. Give me about 30 seconds and I will start trivia night.
Alrighty, we'll keep the SDR going as well, net control. WRKH 949 for station ID.
Sounds good, 949. Alright, so if you have not done trivia night before, usually what we do is, in a similar fashion to the regular net, we just do net control, please recognize. Then you give your call sign, your name. When it's time for you to answer the question. So I will ask the questions and then wait for someone to call. And then usually do 3 chances before giving the answer. So there's been a lot of cases where when my friend has written the questions that they are too hard and, we get 3 guesses and nobody gets them. These are going to be a lot easier. So we're going to just go with these and hopefully have some harder ones in 2 weeks. Alright, the first question is from the category pop culture. Who sings the hit song Bad Blood?
Net control, please recognize.
Go ahead for net control.
Will Smith and Kevin Hart.
No, I don't think that's the answer. Good guess, though. Anybody else want to try?
Net control, please recognize.
Go ahead for net control.
I'm pretty sure that was a Black Sabbath song, and that was the one Ozzy bit the head off the bat to on stage, right?
I don't think you're wrong, but it wasn't the artist that I had in mind. So we'll go with one more try and see if we get this one. But I do think that this you are correct, so we'll give you credit for it.
Net control, please recognize.
Go ahead for net control.
WRWL468, is that going to be Taylor's for you?
That is right. Yeah. So I think there might be a little bit of media bias in this question. This question, it's AI generated, admittedly. So yeah, definitely that's a common enough song name that there are probably at least 24 prominent artists that have written the song with that title. But yeah. So 2 people technically got it right, but yours was the answer we were looking for, sir. All right, let's go with another question. All right, what is the author, or I should say, let me start over. Second category is literature. Who wrote the classic dystopian novel 1984?
Net control, please recognize.
Net control.
That would be Orson Welles, WSAY 600.
Close, but no cigar on that one. It's actually not. Well,
Key, net control. That'd be George Orwell.
yes, sir. 949, I see that you are well versed in your dystopian literature.
45, hashtag 47, back to net control.
Roger that. Oh, let's see. Trying to decide. All right. This category is history, general history. What year did World War I begin?
Net control, please recognize.
Go ahead for net control.
This is WRUA 890 Jordan. That'd be 1914, right?
Yes, sir. Got it on the first try. Good job. All right. See, I told everybody those would be easy. So that concludes Trivia Night for Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024, on the 462.60 Floyd Knobs repeater. Good night, everyone. 73s, and we'll catch you on the airwaves. If anybody has any late check-ins, I'll be around just for a little bit. We'll jump upstairs, put on the HT, but reach out to one of us, and we'll make sure you get logged. This is WRYR466, and I will be clear.